Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. First things first, you might hear some sounds in the background. I apologize, there is renovation going on, not much what I can do about that, so this is a quick warning. And second of all, and probably way more important, is that we have something very, very nice, fellas. We have a brand new tank with Mirny event. We are going to have a video about Mirny event tomorrow. We will show how to win the harder difficulty and how to do the things properly. But at this point, we want to focus on the reward, you know? Let's start from rewards, obviously. So what do we have? We have an Obsidian or TITT, however you would call this tank. How our gaming came up with this name? I mean, you know, what stays in office should stay in office, but looking into all of this, fellas, someone had quite an imagination, okay? I do not know what party they had, but I want to be involved next time. Anyways, what do we have and how this tank is looking like? First of all, it is a tier 8 USSR medium tank. There is one vehicle this tank can be compared to, but it's significantly worse. And that tank is almighty KPZ-07. KPZ-07 pretty much doesn't have armor. Obsidian has armor, and it is significantly smaller, right? So it's going to be an interesting thing to see. Anyways, for our lovely stat nerds, hello there. Let's go and see how the things are looking like. Compare those two tanks. First of all, armor. Armor is kind of paper, okay? As you can see yourself, I mean, to penetrate tier 8 tank, 200mm penetration, it's not rocket science, right? Turret though, turret looks pretty good and we cannot complain about that, that's true. Whenever you are using your gun depression, there is still a weak spot to penetrate, and if someone is loading gold, right? And this is not the best gold penetration by any shape or any form, and still, yet you can kind of go through this tank without bigger problems whatsoever, right? That's important thing to highlight. Moving on next, DPM, tiny touch, smaller or lower than KPZ. That's okay, that's fair enough. Caliber doesn't really matter, to be fair with you. Ammo capacity or capability, however you would call this. Actually, 60 rounds is not that great considering that you have 200 alpha damage. So I believe there is going to be some games whenever you are going to blind shot and you will run out of ammunition. At least that's what I want to believe. Or maybe I am wrong, but I think 60 is not that great, honestly. Moving on, the next, gun handling. Aim time significantly worse than KPZ. Dispersion value significantly worse than KPZ, so pretty much you kind of need to go in front, right? Comparing to the KPZ-07. Plus on top of that, this tank doesn't have that great of the hash, and it is significantly slower. Yeah, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this tank, I do not have good news about this tank. I honestly don't. It looks like kind of Kaku on the paper. Let's see, is it Kaku in reality, or is this tank worth something? You know, because sometimes paper do not transfer how good the tank is, or sometimes paper can make the tank look like a pile of Kaku. Anyways, let's go. Okay. So first things first, we have Sand River Standard Battle Tier 7 matchmaking. That looks great. Ooh, someone is enjoying making credits with 122 TM. By the way, fellas, whenever you are seeing, whenever you will log in into the game, I believe you are going to see some changes and some new things. You see those numbers? Those numbers are pretty much flexing what kind of experience you have with one or another tank. Stop looking into my tits. I could not resist, fellas. I could not resist. I mean, what do you want me to say? Oh, here you go. One guy laughed. Joke was worth it. Anyways, speaking about the points, whenever you are seeing that artillery is having like 200 plus points, you can instantly add him into ignore list because he is going to be professional artillery player. I do not know why Wargaming has done that, but you can see that yourself. It is the case, and nowadays, you know, if XOM wasn't the thing, don't worry, fellas. The new system is going to be the thing, which is weird as F if you would ask me, but you know, that's what we have, and this is how the things are looking like. Now, let's talk this tank and what it is capable of doing. Now, reload time looks great, right? You cannot say, oh yo, the reload time is disgusting, it is horrible, it is... You know, you can't say that. DPM of this tank is alright. At least I do not really think we are going to have a humongous problem here. But where we have problem is 200 alpha damage. Fellas, 200 alpha is far away from being ideal, and it's far away from being awesome. So please keep this in mind. Please keep this in mind, fellas. 200 alpha damage is not very good. Now, looking into the gun, right? Gun doesn't feel bad, at least from the short distance, right? It doesn't feel bad. Plus, on top of that, we can actually play hold down. We are going to be okay, and I believe we are going to slap enemies left, right, and center with that. That is a good thing. Meanwhile, this 1-2 TM is a problem, in my humble opinion. This gun depression feels very painful. I truly mean it, fellas. The gun depression of this tank truly feels painful. -5 is far away from being ideal. Gun looks good. Gun looks good, at least for now, okay? That's what we can highlight for a moment. I have an idea. I do not know is it a good idea, but idea nevertheless. Hear me out. How about if we would eliminate guys sitting here? The thing is, this 1-2 TM and this T43-3, I think they are feeling significantly way too comfortable, you know? Or I'm supposed to say way too comfortable. I'm sorry, my brain is not awake yet. So if we would be tiny touch more involved, and if we would slap them here? Oh, yopterai. Not the best thing ever, is it? Are you actually going for me? Indeed you are. Okay. Not much what I can change about this, apart saying hashtag never lucky, go in front, go in front, go in front, Arta, and I'm dead. Yeah, that's okay. I do not mind this. Fellas, this is the first testing run, and this is to be expected. I made a mistake, undoubtedly, for trying to go here. Instead of going here, I needed to return back, right? And everything would have been fine. But what we noticed from the very first game is that this tank can bounce a bit if you are playing hold down. And what we noticed that the gun actually feels kind of alright. At least I did not felt, I wasn't feeling disappointed by any shape or any form. Although I ran ventilation, rammer, and improved aiming unit, right? It always makes gun better for me for like 99% of the tanks. Anyways, let's see the score. Okay, fellas, and we are going back from the game. From the very first battle, we are sniffing out the things, how this tank is looking like, right? That's completely fine, and I like this kind of experience just to see is it going to be a great tank or not great tank by testing some crazy stuff, right? And it's okay. 1,600 damage, 800 assisting damage, that is hip hooray. I do not cry about this. I know I made a mistake and I know I got punished. By the way, I noticed this Arta had a badge, and that badge was like maximum yep. We can clearly see what this gentleman is playing with. Yeah, you see, those game levels are going to show everything. How experienced the guy is with Arta, right? Or how the guy is with anything else. As an example, TS5 was extremely experienced as well. And looking at this, oh, yo, papa, yeah, look how many 350s a guy has, mostly Artas. So yeah, I mean, people are having a great time and people are enjoying themselves. That's good. Anyways, first battle was kind of a burnet pancake, but that's okay. We made 10 Oh. Okay, hear me out. This is important thing to say. With 2.5 thousand, while using extra rations and while using the 2 consumables here, I pretty much broke even. Okay, fair enough, let's go. Okay, fellas, like I said before, you can see which player has a lot of experience with one or another tank, right? So T44 played a lot with this tank and Borat played a lot with this tank. So this is going to be like, to the certain extent, indicator. And we have Scorpion, who likes to sit in the bushes as well. And IS6, who has the almost 300 points. So yeah, this is just an idea to understand who knows what he is doing with one or another tank. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to be the case, right? What do I mean by saying this? It doesn't necessarily mean that the guy is fluffy super unicum, but let's say playing with a tank, he knows what he is doing. He knows how to drive, he knows what positions to take plus minus, and he knows how to do the things properly. Baza, for you. Okay. Anyways, what we are going to do here, we are going to try to cross like this. Hopefully Baza won't punish me, because he definitely can. Okay, good, we are crossing like this. We have Borat and Progetto up. Let's see what we can do. For a very first game, you know, the credit income was looking quite weak, to be fair with you. Let's see, is it going to be the case or not? Is it going to be the case or not? Okay. Now we know exactly what we are going to do. You see this guy over there? He's sitting in the shithole. How do you know, Scale? Because I've been to this shithole. Since I've been to this shithole, I know he doesn't have the way to escape from here. Opa? Don't mind me if I do, Mr. TITT. We can play together. Straight in the face penetration. Sorry. It's not intentional. It is not intentional, but sometimes it happens. Cool. He fired. My turn. Let's see, can we slap him? This poor soul doesn't have commander and doesn't have the gunner. And this tank cannot hit absolutely anything anyways. So I have a feeling he's a bit upset about this. I just yoinked quite a bit of his damage and I can see his eyebrow twitching a bit, okay? I'm so sorry, my man. It is how it is. You need to do what you need to do. Okay, have a good one. See ya! Listen, I do not want to mess the guy mood. I do not want to destroy his gaming experience, so I'm going to go for a base defense. How about that? I mean, it's enough I blocked his shot and I yoinked a lot of damage, okay? It happens for the best of us, it's okay. For a good measure, we can say thank you. And we can escape. How about that? Okay, what do we need to do at this point? We need to go to the Julie at one position. How about that? As you can clearly see, there is a lemming train going towards this direction, right? So we will try to do our best in order to defend the base. I believe at the moment, whenever we are going to be here, I believe, fellas, we are going to be able to farm already. By the way, speed of this tank, while I'm playing with this tank, it feels to me that it's slow. It is like proper slow for a medium tank. What that means, unfortunately, but we will need to check out the things, how it would work with a turbo, okay? This is what I am thinking about. It is proper slow. I mean, Progetto, he started moving way later than I did, and he is in position significantly earlier than I am. So that is important to highlight. Meanwhile, we have a fight in the chat of guys reeing on each other. How dare they not to protect each other? That's that happens once in a while, you know, hashtag never lucky. I feel like today is a good day. I have way too good of the mood, fellas. I think I overslept, that's why. I prefer to be a bit moody bastard, but oh well, what can I say? Anyways, what we're supposed to do? I think Progetto is sitting here, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Sure he is. I mean, like, he would have something else to do, right? I think that was one blind shot. I do not really think I can make pressure like... Can I make pressure like this? I have Progetto, I have Shrek. Why not? Why not? Let's do this. The worst part would be if I would get slapped from this position over there, but other than that, I am chilling and I am having the best time of my life. Listen, what we are doing, we are spotting for our team at this point, which is okay. And we cannot complain about this. Oh, Carver, hold down. Not exactly what I need, fellas. Definitely not exactly what I need, but it's okay. Oh, tourist. I like tourists. Very good. Am I spotted? Oh, sure, I am not spotted. Good. Let's try to take our time to hit him once again. It's kind of pathetic whenever you are hitting someone sub 200 damage. It truly feels like it is a bit pathetic, fellas. Maybe that's only me, but... it just definitely feels low, you know? Whenever you are playing tier 6, it's fine. Whenever you are playing tier 7, I mean, you can survive this. Tier 8, it's kind of sad. And, you know, adding up the things that you do not really have the best mobility, I mean, okay, hear me out. Kapaza 07 is one of the best premium tanks, in my humble opinion, okay? Never mind, he has 150 alpha damage. I feel great, fellas. I feel good. I enjoy myself. I have a great time. You know, you know what is actually sad? To hit someone with for 120 alpha damage in the tier 8. How about that? How about that? That is a proper sad thing. Me, 200 alpha, I feel like a king at this point. I feel like a king, fellas. Oh, I'm telling you, this day will end up badly. If I have such a great mood, it is going to be game over later on. Okay, Mr. Rev, let's try to slap him. Yeah, gun. Gun, hello, gun. We can hit. We can hit. And believe me or not, we are getting some random bounces as well. So even though on the paper armor doesn't look great, right? In the end of the day, you are getting some wild bounces from the left and from the right. Okay, I have an idea. We are going to do the different setup. This setup for sniping is fine. For example, in Kempenovka, that's okay. I do not mind the setup. But in the city maps, I think with this vehicle, you want to have turbo. And maybe even in this map, you want to have turbo, right? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Do not judge the tank by its stats. It doesn't look bad. Instantly, I can tell you that that I enjoy this tank more than Model 1. As an example, Model 154, right? Compared to this tank, it doesn't have a gun. This vehicle actually has a gun and you are able to hit the shots. I know there is a sound in the background. I apologize. It's not your monitor breaking or not your headset. There is a guy drilling the hole. I apologize, fellas. Okay, what is the best choice now? I mean, all we need to do, we need to go for the end game damage and we are going to be completely fine. At least that's the plan, that's the hope, and that's the dream. I can see this guy has a 1 in the name as well, so pretty much that means he just started playing with his tank as well. Good? Good, very, very good, fellas. Overall speaking, how do I feel about this tank at this point? I think this tank is going to be either average or either good. 1 out of 2. For now, I feel like either this tank will be average or either this tank will be good. Okay, beautiful. How are you doing this fine day? You turboed yourself. Good. You know what is the best thing of all of this, my man? The same. The same Obsidian. And once again, I slapped him. Yeah. Meanwhile, Borat, he has like 1,000 games on this tank, and he's saying, I hate this gun. Oy. Fellas, I have way too much fun today. I think the end is going to be brutal today. Whenever I'm going to play the new event, I think I will take one for the team, I will complain, and I will cry, and it's going to be game over. That's what I think. That's what I think. Okay, we got ace. Very, very nice. Solid ace. 2,700 damage, 3,700 assisting damage. Beautiful game. I think we did everything properly here, and it looks very, very, very nice, okay? 1.4 base experience, and this time we made quite a bit of the credits. 130,000 for over 6,000. It doesn't look... Credit income of this tank is kind of shit. I do not know why, but it feels like it is kind of sad. Listen, if I would not complete the mission, I did not fire that many gold rounds whatsoever, right? Or maybe I did not notice that. But I paid like 40,000 for ammunition, 26,000 for the consumables, and 4,000 for repairs. So we are pretty much down 70,000. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. I think it just looks kind of meh. Where the credit income goes. Now, for a good measure, what we are going to do, we are going to replace hardening for turbo. And the main reason why we are going to do so is to check out how this tank would behave with a different setup. Because different setups, for me personally, has a different gun handlings, right? So let's try to play the game in this way, shall we? Okay, round number 3, Live Oak Standard Battle. Like I said before, now we are going to try to play with a setup like this, right? And we will try to do our best in this way. Oh, we have a professional clicker. I see, my man. I see. And nowadays it is going to be very easy to track someone who has his favorite tank, because if he has a lot of, if he has like maximum rank with one or another tank, and this is art or whatever else, you can clearly see what kind of player the guy is, right? Wow, this speed. Even with a turbo, it doesn't feel much better. Fellas, even with a turbo, it doesn't feel much better, I'm telling you. The speed-wise, this is like, heavy tank. This is like a heavy tank, fellas. Ay. At this point, I do not even know, is it worth to have turbo, because I personally do not feel that much of the speed increase, you know? Huh. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. How are you doing this fine day? Now focus on the gun. Now let's focus on the gun. Do I want to go down? I mean, I can slap this light tank. Is he alone? No, there is 2 light tanks and T-29. Do I want to go there? It's 50-50. I would consider being a bit more aggressive, but in the same time, I think I do not really want to. Artem slapped us, that's okay. Not the first time, not the last time. Yep, I think we are done here. Our mission is done. Tiger, my man, listen. While I will run, you need to take one for the team. You are absolutely glorious, you are amazing, everything is fine. I salute you. Positive. Unfortunate, fellas, unfortunate. Well, hashtag never lucky. I'm telling you, I have way too good mood today. It is not going to end up so good today. This gun depression is disgusting. This gun depression is kind of disgusting. Do we have some sniper schnitzel? Shrek, Gar, 2 Artus. We are booming. We are chilling and we are booming. We know that there is two enemies have two artists as well, but we are okay. Look at this. This is going to be glorious. All we need to do, we need to sit here, hold down, and we need to spot them. That's all we need to do for a full happiness. It doesn't really matter that I'm stunned. I honestly do not really care about this. And all I am doing here, I am spotting their team, right? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Good, good, good. Our guys realize that they can slap him. Very, very nice. This is exactly what I want to see. Once again, our mission is to play hold down. This is our mission. No? Sniper schnitzels? Sniper schnitzels? Help! Oh, artist relocated. I see. Artist with a keyboard. I'm telling you, fellas, this gentleman influenced this gentleman. That is nuts, fellas. Artists with the keyboards. Crazy. 100% craziness. Okay? Once again, it is quite straightforward. We are not doing that much damage in this game, but we are holding so many tanks, and we are causing so many troubles for them. We are having a blast. We are having a blast, fellas. Now, what I could do, I could say hello for this tier 7 heavy tank. Oh, that's a mistake, buddy. Oh, that is a mistake. Is the gun handling with this setup significantly worse? Because it feels like it. It definitely feels like it. Okay, he's down to fartable. Good, that was a good track. Very, very nice. He's going for me. Not exactly what I was looking for, but Chinese tanks are burning quite often. Okay, listen, it's not bad. What we have done here, it's okay. Only one thing what I would change, I would probably not use turbo. I do not really think turbo is that good of the choice for this tank. Maybe it's even better to have like spotting build completely, the CVS and so on, you know, maybe this could be the best part, and this could be the way, who knows. Other than that, there is not much to say. I think the tank is okay. Either it's 3 or either it's 4. It's between playable and being good. I would say it's somewhere over there, at least from the 3 games I played. And there is a big chance we are going to mark this tank soon, right? So all in all, I am pleasantly surprised with this tank. That's the... Wait a second. What is this tank? 50 TP R. Isn't it a new tank? Yeah, it looks like it. Although, it looks like 50 TP prototype. So maybe they simply changed the name. Never mind, fellas. Never mind. Let's see the score. Okay, fellas. So all in all, we came back with 1.2 thousand damage and 3.8 thousand assisting damage. I feel like I played with a light tank, not with a medium tank, honestly speaking with you. With a light tank without speed. Yeah, that sounds great, right? All in all, we finished at top by experience, we finished at 4th by the damage, we made 65,000 profits, which is once again, for a profits, I do not know. I'm not entirely sure how the credit income looks like on this tank. If you are digging into the gold ammunition, it's going to be GG. You won't make anything. You won't make any credits, so that is to highlight. Also, from playing for a couple of games, I can tell you that the turbo, unfortunately, isn't looking that great, honestly speaking. I think turbo doesn't help this tank that much. All in all, performance-wise, we played for 1.8 thousand damage and for 2.8 thousand average assisting damage. Obsidian, the new light tank, fellas. What can I say? We are just making tanks work, fellas. Anyways, last couple of words just to say about this tank. Gun depression is annoying. Armor actually works even though it doesn't look that great on the paper. Speed, absolutely disgusting. And once again, gun depression is just bleh. It is truly the most annoying part of the tank. Speed and gun depression is the problem. If you do not know how to play without gun depression, it is going to be kind of a stinker, I think so. But other than that, I believe it's between 3 and 4 for me personally. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you were very, very well entertained, and I hope I shared my good mood together today, together with you. And I wish you a lovely day. See you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.